Venki again. I to talk about an application that I came across in the last 1 week, and pretty interesting one. In fact, I did not pay much attention to this application because I always, yes, scheduling meetings is a very important aspect of any business. But then, I'm a very satisfied customer of Blab. There were some shortcomings in Blab, and so that kind of made me search for it. And finally, I think to a large extent, Pro Booking also helped me in terms of scheduling the app. And then when I saw the posts about meets on the various groups, and I said, "What? Yet another scheduling application? Why would I need it?" And I really did not pay any attention. I did not want to see it as well. But what was interesting was the AI email. I mean, AI being involved in meeting scheduling because none of the applications that we have used before are we've been seeing did not have the AI part as far as I know. So then I realized that maybe there should be something interesting, and I kind of signed up for a trial account, and I saw it, and actually it is pretty interesting. In fact, it's not the regular uh, meeting booking application where you have a link and you expose your calendar and somebody comes and books your slot based on your availability. This is totally different. In fact, it's so cool. I would say it's just cool to use this particular application. In fact, if I want to recall, rather, I think I gave the name out. If there is some similarity, I would start with my experience with Perfect Recall. Though they are not the same software, but it kind of gave me the coolness because when I first installed Perfect Recall, the assistant would join my Zoom meetings with the name Venki's secretary or Venki's note taker, etc. It was kind of cool. And I think I get the same kind of feeling uh, with meets as well, and that is why I came live and I'm trying to share that. In fact, I did not even wait to make a video. I thought that I should probably show it live to you as to what kind of experience that I'm going through. If you ask me, the software is good. Should I buy? I mean, definitely yes. It is something that would probably help you if you have. I mean, if you have a lot of people requesting for your time. Uh, and the second thing is, there are certain bugs. I would say that in terms of using this application, uh, the way it is developed, etc. But I think it's in a very early stage, and I think I mean, I believe it. All these would get fixed as the time goes by. So if you ask me, is it ready? Uh, I mean, the whole application is ready, maybe not. But I think the developer also knows that it is not ready. But give it a month's time. I think it should be in a place where you will really feel happy about it. But as it is, I'm kind of cool. So let me. Sorry, Mosam. Yes, I'm definitely excited from yesterday. I'm just playing around with this application, and uh, I mean, I'm definitely happy, thrilled about it. So let me share my screen and go to the Meets page. Okay, so this is the. I have not shared the screen. Okay, this is the Meets homepage. Typically they're saying that the future of booking meetings. So leave out the, yeah, I mean, but generally what we all think is it's about scheduling an application, etc. So look at the second part. Meets is your new personal AI email assistant. That is what is very important for you to say, because what you actually get is an AI virtual assistant for you who will just take care of all your meetings, etc. That is what is so cool about it. So sign up is very simple. You just need to connect your Google Calendar. I mean, so I already signed up with my in personal ID, again a G Suite ID. So I need to connect this with my G Suite ID. Just okay, just a minute. Let me sign out. Okay, this is how it is. So Google Calendar, because I've already signed up. This is the only way to sign up into Meets, and they are working on Outlook and other things, which should get ready in probably a couple of weeks' time. So I sign up using my Google G Suite account. Just bear with me. It's signing up. My network connection is low. I do not know what happened. I probably installed a router UPS, and ever since I've been having problems with my um, internet connection. I need to fix that now. Okay, so this is the dashboard that you will get into. Okay, so very, very simple setup. There's nothing, no great shakes about setting it up for you to work. I was able to get it working in like probably less than 10 minutes, 10 minutes time. So Lara is the name of your AI assistant. This is where all the coolness is. So you can either this is what is the meeting title. You can set up the meeting title, uh, conference platform, whatever you want. Everything could be here, and then you can set up where you want this meeting to happen. It could be on Google Meet or Zoom. So if you say, I mean, I selected Google Meet, it will automatically send a Google link as well. And then last but not least, which is where is critical, you actually can, I mean, set up the signature from where this email would come. There's some customization for this. This is how we customized in terms of logo, color, etc. I created an email. You can actually set up an email, or you can use the default email, which is lara@meets.ai. And but what I did is I set up a email for this executive assistant from Meets, and the instructions in terms of how to forward those mails to Lara is all very, very simple. It's all given to you so that you can do it on your own. I'm not a great technical person, but I was able to get it done in 10 minutes time. And so this is how it is set up. So this is the cool part. This is where you configure your meeting assistant, and then come to the meeting tool integration. So Zoom is still not integrated. Google, already, I've integrated, so that Google Meet links will automatically be generated. And you can also connect your phone, because if you say that fix up a meeting using my phone, it won't send a Google Meet. It will rather say call this number. That's how it is. So again, instructions are all clear. Everywhere it is given very clearly, with whatever limited features that are there. Okay, so this is a one-time setup. You set up your time zone. In fact, this I did not like, because generally we are known to say it as IST, etc. So this, I mean, this IRDT is kind of confusing for me, because I'm in India time zone. So I do not know about others, but at least with respect to India, there is some confusion as to why it is named as IRDT. So typical like calendar, you can set up your work hours, and for prospects, if there is a different time zone, you can set it up as well. You can set up your default communication method. It could be Zoom, Google Meet, or phone call. So I set it up as Google Meet, and as always, like whatever you set up. This follow up delay is very interesting, because if you send a request for meeting request and they've not responded, after 3 days Laura will send a mail asking them, saying that when do you want the meeting, and the amount of follow up that you need to do. Is it once or twice, or how many times you want to follow. So, and then the minimum time for booking, also you can set. So buffer time, these are all fairly straightforward. And this is all that you can do here. Okay, there is nothing more that you could do here, but the main fun is in your mailbox. Okay, so let me go to my email box. Let me go to my email box. How does Lara help me in setting up a meeting? Okay, so So this is I probably send a mail to own self, Pinky at compunet, Venkatesan at gmail.com. And any mail that I send with respect to meeting request, I need to copy Laura. So here it is Linda. So I just copy her and then I say meeting with you on 9th December. Okay. So Venki, can we meet on 9th December to decide on the next steps? So I send the mail. All that I need to do is copy, the meeting assistant, and then send the mail. Send it. That's it. So after that, you really need not follow up in terms of what you should do, etc. Again, as I told you, whatever work that need to be done in Meets is all done. You don't have to really go to that again and again. Let me log into the other ID. It's still loading. As I told you, I have problem with my internet connection. I should not have probably chosen this time to come live, but I wanted to show this to you. So okay, here it is. So you could see that Linda has already sent a mail to asking, pleasure to meet you. What time slot below works for you to connect with Venki? And she's given the time slots that I'm available on 9th of December, and with this thing. So that's what I said. It's so cool because it looks like I have a executive assistant who does all these things. So I do not know if I can time this because it was like as soon as I sent a mail, the next few minutes it goes. So maybe I should time it, like say send it after 30 minutes, etc. I did not see any such customizations like that. But then this is super cool. So now, okay, so you could see that my receiving email has received my mail and Linda's mail as well. So now I will respond to Linda saying, hey, you know what? I'm okay with this 2:30 p.m. time. Okay. So I just say December 9, 2:30 p.m. is fine and send it to Linda. Okay. So now is when the magic happens. So I've sent it to and the AI is processing. Just give me a minute and Linda should probably picks up my meeting. Let me quickly go to my calendar and see on 9th. Let's wait for the magic to happen. Okay, so let me show you something that I mean I already received a meeting ID because takes a little time for her to send the meeting request, block my calendar, block my recipient's calendar, and then also send a meeting request with the Google link. And in case you are receiving, oh, there it is. Here it is. So Linda's already sent a mail saying that I just sent out the meeting invite. I just sent out a meeting invite. So this is the Google link. Everything is done. So it's very beautifully done. And now let's go to the calendar and go to 9th. Here it is. So Linda has already blocked the time. And in case you have more than one visitors, you can just copy them on the mail. For example, you may want to have meeting with 4 or 5 people. Whomsoever is in the mail chain, the meeting invite will go to everybody. So this is pretty cool. And in fact, if my recipient has not answered, Linda or Laura will automatically follow up with them to make sure that they give me time for the meeting. So you just see that I just sent one mail saying, can we meet on 9th December to decide on the next steps? And there has been so many communication that has happened between, uh, Meets and, let me call her Laura because Laura is how they have named, but I changed it to Linda. So between Laura and the recipient, it could be that they can change different timing. You can even send a mail saying that, hey, you know what, I don't want Google, ask them to call on phone. So you can just play around with it. So this is a super cool application, and I really like it. Unlike the regular meeting schedulers, this is totally different. I'm enjoying it, and definitely, you would also enjoy if at all you have a use case for it. And I said the coolness is because it's always nice to have an executive assistant, who would take care of all your meetings, etc. And as I told you in perfect recall, it was so cool because somebody's taking notes, and I get the same feeling. As is, you might be disappointed if you get in because the core feature is fairly well developed, but there are a lot of improvement that need to happen. For example, you can only initiate meeting. There is your somebody from outside cannot initiate a meeting with you using your executive assistant. It's only when you instruct the AI will take care of the meeting. Probably that is something that we really need to see, and I believe it is in the roadmap which I was told that will get ready in the next couple of weeks time. And Outlook calendar, and in fact I believe they have a very interesting thing, because this is one of my big problem. I want to integrate more calendar. I have a personal calendar and I have an official calendar. So if I'm blocked in one calendar, I should not be available for any time. And then this IRDT is probably something. It's a little nag. I don't like. I mean, let's go with the convention. So there are certain niggles here and there, but I think as a concept, I really love meets, and I'm sure that you would also like it as well. Thank you so much. Thanks for watching.